conversation, Larry, I wish to ask one more question that I have heard many different perspectives of already in my career. What separates a leader from a manager, in your opinion?
Well, all right. My background is a biased answer, but so a manager for me is someone who just manages the process, right? So the process of having people who report to them. So a manager will approve expense reports, will write up annual evaluations. Managers kind of do the tasks, kind of keep everything moving. And that's important, right? I don't want to downplay that. If you have a manager that or a leader that can't, a manager who can't do that, that's a problem. Okay. But a leader to me is one who motivates and inspires. I'll use my athletic background, right? It's the team captain. Okay. The person that can get more out of the group than just the individuals, the person that takes their time to understand all the people on their team, evaluate their strengths and weaknesses, capitalize on their strengths, work with them to improve, shore up their weaknesses, and really help, how best to use the individuals on the team to accomplish the mission, right? To get the job done as effectively as possible. Because every leader has a team who's trying to do something, right? And so to clearly understand, to communicate what we're trying to do effectively, and then get the most out of everybody by inspiring them. I mean, again, go back to the athletic analogy. I can remember going to some wrestling tournaments as an individual when I just would enter by myself. I would do okay. But when there was a team event, I could wrestle the same person and probably do better in the team event than if I had that same person draw in a tournament when I was wrestling as an independent, because it was all about the team. It was helping the team win. And I knew I needed to I just didn't need to just beat that person. I needed 5 team points. Well, you get the team captain, leader, working with you, inspiring you, talking to you about it, help getting more out of each individual to help the team win. That's what a leader is to me. I just finished reading a book called Extreme Ownership. You may have read it recently yourself, the way you're smiling there. But it's about Navy SEALs, and they break down these different aspects of leadership, and each chapter has 3 parts to it. How they experience it as a Navy SEAL, the concept itself, and then how it applies in industry. And it was an interesting book. I mean, the Navy SEAL part's kind of interesting, but really applying, taking a moment to step back and think about how that applies, how to get the most out of the team, when stuff's on the line. It really makes you think about how you can continue to become an even better leader.
Yeah, what a great book, Larry. Yes, I have read it. In fact, my old mentor, old boss, actually, Mike Sibilia, who, as many of the prospective listeners would remember, he was one of our first ones that were on this call. He was the one that introduced it to me as well. And you might think, really, Navy SEALs, how does this apply to the paper industry? Trust me, excellent book if you're trying to figure out how do you own problems, come up with solutions, and work as a team to maximize your impact. But again, what you mentioned is understanding your employees, your team members, knowing their strengths, and not only that, but also understanding how to motivate them. I've actually found, I've enjoyed it when a company asks me to give, a survey of the leadership, and we all rank really what's going on within it. Are we motivated? And in the end, they give you this nice little breakdown of who are motivators, who's maybe, struggling, and why is that happening? And oftentimes that leads into, are we effectively managing our people? I think that's something as a young leader, people can, try and roll out there, maybe propose a survey or something out there where you can, get that feedback and understand that, hey, am I effectively managing the individuals that are under me?